Hello, everyone. It's Annette. This is In the Know 360, bringing you unfiltered stories, game, and exclusive drops from the next wave of stars. And now you're locked into In the Know 360, where real conversations meet raw talent. Let's go. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm-hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high-achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like-minded individuals on the road to greater success. And this evening, I have a pleasure of welcoming Lil Sicx. Give it up, y'all. Thank you
Hello,
so
hello,
much for
hello.
joining me this evening, sir. I
No problem.
appreciate
Thank you for
you.
having me. It's all love. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Um, let's see here. Okay, looks like Julie gift or XD joined and some other folks in I believe YouTube. So
All
with
right.
that being said, I'm going to hand the mic over to you, so
Okay.
you can let everybody know who you are and what you do.
All right. My name is Maximilian. That's my government name, stage name, Lil Sicx, Lilsicx, aka the Prince of Darkness. I'm from Sacramento, California. I'm a horrorcore hip hop artist, so I make gangster rap mixed with spooky rap, but I can do a little bit of everything. But that's just the basics of my little small bio. We're gonna get into some more, but that's just the jump started for the people that don't know.
Okay, okay. I've interviewed some artists in SAC as well. So
Nice,
very
nice.
very popular place. Maybe one day I'll head over there and check you guys out.
Got a lot of history.
I bet. So, with that being said, could you describe your sound? I know that you're a very eclectic person. And how did you come up with the name Prince of Darkness?
I was at my Funk Beta studio. He's like a legendary Sacramento producer. Worked with Brotha Lynch Hung and all his early stuff. We were making some songs for my album Hell's Angel, and I was basically practicing for intros. I wasn't really good at intros, so I was just saying random stuff to see what sounded good, see what I liked, see what felt right, and I just whispered, "Lil Sicx, aka the Prince of Darkness," and I thought it sounded cool. So sometimes I mix it up how I say it, but I whispered it the first time, and it just stuck. It kind of fits my subgenre of rap, and yeah, we just ran with it, man. So it's been Lil Sicx, aka the Prince of Darkness, since then.
Okay, I like that. That really fits well, especially given the silent but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know and your projection of how you flow really
Hmm.
speaks, your name speaks volumes. um
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
you're very different, which I
Yeah,
love.
yeah. Hey,
You don't want to be the same like everybody, you know what I mean?
exactly. The goal is to stand out, be myself, and be unique.
Right, right. So um horrorcore, right? Hip hop has its roots in Sacramento, as we talked, what you said.
Hmm.
What does the sickness legacy mean to you personally, and how do you bring the honor in the music?
The Sickness legacy means a lot to me. It's the my preferred style that I listen to. It came out of Sacramento, California. My family created it and meshed it, and it turned into a whole bunch of different other stuff with being inspired, inspiring others, I should say. But I wanted the traditional sound of the Sacramento Sickness to stay alive and be introduced to the next generation. Um, and just keep evolving. I didn't want it to die. That's why I say the sickness lives on a lot, or when I post, or when I rap, or when I speak. It's
Mm,
just to basically keep a art form alive. That's kind of uh, more underground than it used to be. It's not in the forefront, but for me, it's my favorite style. So we're gonna keep it pushing. I think it's dope still, and we're gonna keep reinventing it, and we're gonna push what's authentic to the soil. It literally was birthed here. So I feel like as a Sacramento blowing up all over again with music, hip hop. Everybody doing their thing, R&B, everything. The sickness can't be forgot about. That's a part of the history, and that's what put us on the map initially. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. I love your answers. So, your father Six, right? And artists
Hmm.
like Brother Lynch, Hung, and X-Rated helped define this genre. What
Hmm.
lessons or inspirations have you taken from them?
A lot basically comes from just speaking your mind, not caring what others are gonna think, no filter, and that alone to me is embodied in the sickness. If you listen to any of those artist records that you just mentioned, they don't give a fuck, you
Right.
know. And not in a negative way, but it's like you don't want to be told what to say. You don't want to be put in the box. You want to be open creatively. So I really don't give a fuck when I rap. Um,
Mhm.
I really do that on purpose to make sure I'm getting my feelings out uh, the way they are inside of me. I don't want them to change when I get on the microphone. I want it
Mm,
to feel exactly how it feels, what I'm feeling, what I'm going through. So I try to keep it raw. I try to keep it authentic, and I just try to keep it about the sickness, the Sacramento lifestyle, the Sacramento sound, the inspirations, and the history. It's the culture.
mm. Okay. And do you find any differences when you perform live versus like the in studio rehearsals?
No, but I do that on purpose. When I record inside the studio, I envision myself on the stage. So that's why a lot of my raps are loud and screaming and
Mm,
harsh because I'm rapping to listeners, I'm rapping to an audience, even when I'm in the studio by myself. So when I record my song like that, it's easy to recreate on stage because I built it that way. Now, if I
mm,
record a song like I'm just chilling and then I go to do the live version, I have to turn it up and change the energy. But basically, I record how I want it to sound on stage. And when I
mhm.
rehearse my movements and my flows and whatever I'm doing on stage, that's just what I'm doing at the house. So whatever I'm doing at the house and whatever I'm doing at the studio is getting replicated on stage so it doesn't feel forced, so it doesn't feel awkward. It's
Mm.
I just do what I do at home on stage and that works for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what age were you when you started your music journey? And was it an instrument? Vocals? What was it at first?
Initially it was just freestyling. Me and my cousins used to rap. I'm about 10 years old, nothing serious, but the family rap, so we're always around the music. As for instruments, I never played any instruments. I just played video games. but uh around like 14, 15, 16, I started rapping a little bit more serious. We pressed up some CDs. I was in a group called the Stun Boys with my cousin and my little brother. It was fun. We did house parties, did a couple shows, dancing, going dumb. The hyphy movement was out then, so it was kind of that style. But it was still Sacramento infused. And then I stopped rapping for a while till about like 21, 22. Then I was
Mm.
rapping with a friend named MC. We made a couple songs, but never really dropped nothing. But the songs were dope. I actually reconnected with him and dropped some songs called Where the Trouble Lives. So shout out to MC.
Oh.
He's a dope artist, producer from Sacramento as well. And then um, about 2018, I started taking it serious again. My life was going in a different route. I wanted to express myself. I felt like hip hop and music was forgetting about Sacramento, the sickness specifically, and just the raw, unfiltered approach. Everything is kind of getting kind of soft, kind of mumble rap, kind of
Mm.
bubblegum, kind of pop, kind of I'm on drugs and I can't think straight type shit. So I kind of want to just say, hey, what happened to all the lyricists? What happened to all the storytellers? What happened to all
Right.
the people that share themselves within their music to the
Mm.
people? We're getting fake artists or industry plants or people that
Mm.
have these manufactured stories. I want to hear your
Yeah.
struggles. I want to hear your dreams. So that's basically what I do. I create what I wanted to hear from other people. They wasn't satisfying my music itch. So I started doing it myself. I felt like I had to fill a void.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, definitely. It gets tiring when you're hearing or listening to mainstream stuff. No pun
Hmm.
intended, or maybe there's pun intended. But either
Not
which
all of
way,
it's bad, but you know how it
right?
is. It's repetitive. It makes you feel dumber. You know what I'm saying? I'm not learning anything. I like to learn something from my music. I don't know if everybody's like that, but when I listen to somebody, I like to learn something, whether it's a story about where you're from,
Right.
you, what you like, stuff like that. But if I listen to your song and I just feel like I get dumber, I don't want to keep listening to that.
Right, exactly. It becomes
Yep, yep.
monotone. So, how do you balance, right, paying homage to the past while innovating and like carving your own path in the
Hmm.
genre?
That's a tough balance, but I can't talk about the genre and speak about these things without paying respect to the people that did it before me. They're
Mm,
still my favorite rappers. I still listen to their new stuff, their old stuff daily. So to me, I am the Sacramento Sickness. I'm born and raised. I was raised around them. I was born inside of this. So to me, it comes out of me naturally. I just try to make sure I make dope shit. And
right,
other than that, that's it. You know, just make it dope and making sure nobody says, "Oh, this was weak," or this not it, or this
right.
you didn't go hard enough. You know, I try to go crazy every time I touch the stage or touch the mic. I do my best. I put my best foot forward. And you know, once I get in that zone, the sickness takes a hold of me, and I become a different person. I go into a trance and I wake back up after the songs are over. And you know,
Oh,
I go back into my personal self, Mr. Maximilian, you know. But when I'm Lil Sicx, when I'm the Prince of Darkness, I'm in a trance. The music carries me. The energy of the people is dope. I enjoy it. It's a natural
mhm.
high, and I just want to keep it going.
Okay. What highlights or what memories do you have as far as like your live events that you can think about? That's like, whoa, like this was a
Um,
super high energy level.
Yeah, yeah. I had got booked for a show in Oregon in 2020, like right before COVID. It
Uh-huh.
was like my first headlining show where people were coming specifically to see me. I had to do like a 45-minute set, so that was a challenge. You know, but it was dope. I prepared for it. There was food, there was drinks. We're at a bar. I had people from Sacramento. You know, a couple people come down. I got to meet the Oregon people. I'm signing autographs, you know, not for the first time, but people are trying, you know, can you sign my hat? Can you sign my shirt? And just the love in the room and, you know, just feeling like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing was an amazing feeling. Even walking around the city, we came a day early for the show. The promoter gave me like tickets to see Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Paid for my hotel, me and my lady over there enjoying ourselves. I'm seeing my flyers around the city at the Walmart on the local stores. They had my flyers up for the show, so they really did their part in promoting it, and it made me feel special, it made me feel professional and legit, and that's just what I try to carry on. So just being booked, being considered professional, and people appreciating what I do is a highlight for me.
Wow. Sounds like you have a busy schedule. I mean, between the
Yeah,
home
yeah.
front and the music live. So like on average, like how many live events do you per year or just like
It's pretty random. I basically go with my gut feeling on what's a good opportunity for me, what's paying me, what's good
Mhm.
exposure. Are they
Right.
a friend? Do I see potential in them building? Let me build with them right now so we can build up together because not everybody has it together
Mm,
on every storefront or
mhm.
venue or equipment, you know. So I
Right.
try to do a lot of open mics. I do what I'm booked for, obviously, and I try to support other people's shows.
Mm,
Chewy, another dope Sacramento artist, had me on his little tour. I popped up special guest appearance. I've opened up for X-Rated. I opened up for Brotha Lynch. Those are my biggest crowds that I performed in. 500 plus people in Fresno. So
mm.
basically, just wherever the music takes me, that's where I'm going. I like to go where it's good, positive energy, where I'm loved, where I'm appreciated, and then I go spread that Sacramento sickness, make connections, show the love back, and I get back home to my family, my job, and you know, my peace.
Okay. Oh, it sounds so very exciting.
It's
Um,
definitely fun. It's definitely fun.
so before you get on stage, like, do you have like a mantra or do you have like a ritual thing that you do?
I just make sure I'm practiced up. I'll listen to
Okay.
the my set on the way there. I'll practice. I'll rehearse my words a day or two before. But I know most of my catalog like the back of my hand now, since I've been doing this for a little bit now. So I try to just not think about it too much
Mm,
and just be in the moment. Make sure I take pictures. Make sure I'm not looking unapproachable. You know, just make sure that because sometimes I'll be nervous or I'll be focused on the show and I'll just be pacing back and forth and that doesn't necessarily hurt me because of my
mhm.
persona, but at the same time, I don't want my nerves to show. I want people to be able to come talk to me and me not be able to you know, be gone mentally. So nowadays, I just rehearse, and then once I'm rehearsed, once I'm practiced up, once I can spit the raps without the beat, with the beat,
Mhm.
without the words, with the words, I'm pretty good. I just go on stage, do my thing, rock out, play into the cameras, look into the people's eyes, try to scare a couple people, and they usually like that. They usually get excited, It's fun. I get to yell at them. I get to scream because when I'm in the studio, I'm yelling, I'm screaming. So I'm on the stage. I got the microphone. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, and it's just an outlet for me. I love it.
Oh wow, that's so dope. Um, so you released like 8 solo projects already. Can you talk
hmm
about your growth across those releases?
Yes, for sure. That's definitely something I want to be obvious when you listen to my projects. That's why I
Uh-huh.
also tell people to listen to it in order because you
Mhm.
can hear the
Mm,
growth and my quality, my emotions, my topics, my bars, whether I'm cursing or not saying N words or not. Like I try to make songs for different people. My collaborations, I got songs called like Black and Brown. I try to make that connection between the Latino and the Black community. I just basically try to rap about what's important to me. And over the years, those things slightly change, but I'm still passionate about everything. And if you want the dark shit, the gangster shit, the raw shit, my
mhm.
first four projects are really hardcore. I talk about my trauma, my past, and there's a lot of jam-packed gangster shit in there. And then, I talk about my wife, I talk about my kids, I talk about my life. I trying to get my life together, turn things around, so it's a little bit more positive. It's like turning a negative situation into a positive one. So that's what I want people to take away from my music, and just to have an escape, something to vibe to, something to drive in the car and spaz out to, have a good time, maybe release some anger too, and get on with your day.
Okay. Um, so what does your creative process look like when you're writing a track? Do you start with like the concept, a beat, the mood?
It's always different. Nothing's ever the same with me. I let it come out naturally. So sometimes I would have a nightmare and wake up and make a song out
Mm,
of it. Other times I'm walking
mm,
around and I have a phrase in my head or like a melody in my head, and I'll make a couple words and then I'll come back home and finish and write it. Other times I'm paid for a song and they say, hey, this is the topic, here's the beat. And then I treat it like a school project, like homework, like an essay. I'll write
mm,
like that. And then other times, I'll turn on the beat with no concept, no idea what I want to do, and just listen to the beat. And whatever the beat tells me to write, I'll write. So sometimes it's like my subconscious writing. Other times I'm telling a story. So
mm,
there's been songs that I've written that I didn't know how the song was going to come out. I didn't know what story I was going to tell. It's just I have visions. I listen
mm.
to stuff, I hear stuff. I have premonitions and visions, and I write what I see in my head.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like Suave is here. How you doing, sir? Suave Churchill.
Hello,
thank,
hello.
thank you for joining us. So, horrorcore is known for dark themes. What
hmm
real life emotions? I know you mentioned like premonitions and like dreams, right?
hmm
What experience of feel your storytelling?
Real
Like,
life shit, when you really from, I don't want to glorify no street shit, no gangster shit, but where you come from, where I come from, there's plenty of stories, there's plenty of near death experiences, there's plenty of
mm,
trauma, losing people to the system, going into the system. So I got plenty of pain to talk about. But then there's also the creative side. I love video games, I love horror films, I love zombies, I love dark stuff. So I
mhm,
try to make it dope and not too serious all the time, because I don't want people to take everything literal. It's supposed to be a fantasy world. And yes, there's some reality mixed in there, but do not recreate or try to attempt the things you hear in my music because it's not
mm,
reality in the sense of you can do this and get away with it. Now, I do talk about crazy shit that happened in reality, but obviously those people either die or go to jail. So,
mhm,
it's just try to be dope, try to be dark, and just add something to the game that I feel like is missing. How everybody interprets it, it's
mhm,
up to them. That's up to them how they interpret it. Some people use it to work out, some people use it to just jam out and dance, and some
mhm.
people use it to fall asleep. You know, so
Interesting.
however you want to use it, the drug of choice is music.
I like that.
That's a
You
bar right there. However
Yeah,
you want
you
to
should.
use it, the
You need
drug
to
of
coin
choice is
that.
music. I gotta write that down.
Yeah.
See, that's how things
Hey,
happen though. They happen organically. They happen naturally. I'll use that in the song one day, if not sooner or later. But just little
yeah.
shit like that. Stuff that you can't recreate, stuff that you can't. Like there's no way somebody else would be saying that or feeling that at the same time. So I try to just,
Mm,
when I feel something, I try to get it out of me.
mm. So what horror films are like what's your favorite horror films? Do you have like
I've watched a few over my years, but my lady, my wife, she doesn't like horror films, so I don't watch that many. So most of my favorites are ones that I watched as a kid, like The Devil's
Mhm.
Advocate. That's why my
Okay.
album's called The Devil's Advocate. Fright Night, I really like vampires,
Okay.
werewolves, stuff like
Yep.
that. Fright Night was dope. I like Species. I don't know if you remember the movie Species. I don't. That's kind of like sci-fi,
Uh,
sci-fi horror.
yeah.
Just shit like that. First 48. I watch all the little murder shows and the How to Get Away with Murder, shit like that. Just Thousand Ways to Die. Anything dope and dark. I don't know why my
Yeah.
mind's twisted and enjoy these things, but that's the way it is. I make the best of it.
Oh, it's crazy. When I was a little girl, I watched it was just on TV. I don't know. It was nighttime and I was watching Children of the Corn or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's definitely a classic. Yeah, shit like that. You either
I
love it
could
or
sleep.
you hate it.
And The Exorcist, I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah,
But
all that.
I went on a binge this past weekend. I was watching Twilight, kind of like
Okay.
that romantic horror whatever type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. It has some horror elements to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep.
So,
I can dig it.
underground hip hop is a powerful space for authenticity, right? What do you
Hmm.
think sets the Sacramento scene apart from other underground movements?
It's just so competitive now and back in the day. People want to be the biggest, the baddest, the toughest, the dopest.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of history. A lot of MCs come out of here. So it's just the competition, the skill level, and
Right.
setting the standard. If you go back and you look at underground hip hop, underground rap specifically, Sacramento set the standard a lot of times throughout the years. So
Mm.
I'm trying to continue it. We setting the standard.
Right, right. Oh, looks like Henny Holyfield. Hi, how are you doing?
That's the homie. What's good, Henny? Thanks for joining.
Bars, what up, Six? That's what he said. Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah,
joining.
yeah. I
And
can't
then,
see the chat.
it's we're on live on Instagram and
Oh,
all
okay,
like all,
okay.
all of them, like YouTube and if you, well,
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the people, man. I wanted to share the link, but I don't want to mess things up by exiting and coming back. I already know how it's kind of funky
oh,
sometimes. So it's all good. I'm glad the people are tuning in live. It's love. It's Lil
yes,
Sicx,
sir.
aka the Prince of Darkness. Let's
Yeah.
go, let's go.
So, how do you hope your music impacts listeners, right? Especially your younger fans, such
Yeah,
as like
yeah.
discovering this genre?
I just want them to be themselves, be authentic, do you. They might listen to me and they might like my stuff, but they don't necessarily have
Mhm.
to copy me or imitate me. Just use me as inspiration to do you and win your way. Um, and don't crash out, man. We got a lot of rappers, we got a lot of young people that are throwing their lives away for clout or money or fame or just a rush. And I want to see my younger generation live long and be better and go higher and not make the same mistakes. Don't get messed up in credit debt. Don't get messed up in the juvenile system. Don't get messed up in the prison system, because it's easier said than done. So if you go in with your head on straight, you got a better chance of making it out, making some money, making it a career, having some fun, meeting some dope people, making good connections, instead of just running into problems because you don't know how to act. We all need some training. It's a time and place for everything. So just stay solid and give yourself a chance.
Good advice. Good advice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, for your community, right? How have you supported the community and like the underground movement?
I try to just do everything I can. Share, like, comment, show up to shows, collaborate with people, spread positive energy. Mention people's names in the rooms, share opportunities, and that energy is returned to me tenfold. So I appreciate anybody that's been helping me and join my team and help my movement as well. But as for like real deal community stuff, there's other artists doing way more than me. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm some community activist. But like Germ
Yes.
Jeezy, he does a lot of shows and a lot of stuff for the kids. Even Henny Holyfield, he make pretty much 99% of his music is all positive, and he's just putting out hustle motivation music and that message. Who else? Mac Hirsch from Sacramento doing stuff with the kids, girls basketball, t-shirts, parties, giveaways, back
Mm,
to school stuff. So, I try to be involved and share and help where I can. But there's definitely some people that are doing more work than me. Miss Eileen says she does like the shoe drive for the kids every year, collects sneakers for underprivileged children or
mm,
at risk or just children in need.
yeah.
So I just try to give that some light and contribute my powers and my voice to those type of events and things, and eventually I'll be doing some of my own. But it seems like they know what they're doing, so I just want to help where I can.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep, yep.
Well, I have here your YouTube channel, and I'm gonna go ahead and present it so we can show people where to go.
All right, all
Um,
right.
let's see here. I have the topics. I think there's like different ones, but did you
Yeah,
want me
yeah.
to?
That's no,
This is the one.
that's the official one. That's what I want. I
Okay.
want people to subscribe to that one, the Lil Sicx topic. That's where
Okay.
everybody's collected. That's where all the music from the beginning of my career till now is all collected there. There's different features and other people's channels and other people's pages, but this is the official Lil Sicx one. So,
Oh, okay.
that's the correct one.
This is the correct one. Okay, cool.
Yep, yep.
Um, do I was trying to look for some visualizations or visuals.
I have a couple videos, put one in the air. Living Dead Ever Since, that sickness shit.
Okay.
So if you can find those, you can play them.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to play one of these? I was partial,
You can
but
play what you can play whatever. I'm trying to the people, y'all go check out the music. Y'all go check out
yes.
the videos. I'm trying to save a couple minutes on this time. I know we listen to the songs here. It
Okay.
might take a little bit longer. But if you have anything specific that you want to play and listen to, that's fine. But
Okay.
as for the people, go check it out. Plus we don't want no
Okay.
copyrights
Yeah.
on your video.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube have been very nice lately because
That's
they'll
good.
I
That's
guess
good.
they'll ping the person like the artist and they're like, yeah, yeah, she's cool. We
Okay,
we
that hey,
we
that's good to hear as
we
long as we
chatted
can get it
about
cleared. Yeah,
we
yeah.
chatted about the such songs, but I mean this is cool. I just wanted to show the audience where to go.
Yeah,
um
those are my projects. I have them on. I got posters, I got CDs, I got stickers, I got merch. Just hit
yeah.
me on IG, Facebook, TikTok, LILSICX. We got the
Okay.
website, diamondlifemusicgroup.com. That's my label. The official site is on up, and we got records on there. We got some different projects too that we released through that label. That's not me as an artist, but sometimes we go back and remaster things, re-release things, or collab with other artists, and we drop stuff on there as well. So check it out, diamondlifemusicgroup.com.
Okay, matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull it up since see that way.
Yep, yep. My manager runs that site, but we got everything in stock. Feel free to shop.
Okay, Diamond Life. What? Can you spell it for me again?
It's just a regular spelling of diamond
Oh, okay.
life and then
Uh-huh.
music group. Everything is regular spelling.
All together. Got it.
Yep, all together. Diamondlifemusicgroup.com.
Okay, let me pull that up for the audience. I just want to make sure that we announced this,
Yep,
to
yep.
give them idea where to go. Here we go. All right, here it is. Diamond Life Music Group.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's really pretty. I like it. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to a few more questions here, sir.
All
Um,
right.
so looking ahead, right? What's next for Lil Sicx? Any upcoming projects, features, shows?
I got a lot of unreleased stuff, so I don't like putting dates out there because everybody drops their stuff
Mm,
differently. But just be on the lookout for new features. I'm
okay.
always recording new music. I got a couple artists I'm collabing with, making some EPs. Me and
Uh-huh.
Swift Homicide is gonna make some new shit.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Swift Homicide, TA Grizzly from Fresno. We working on the EP. The Prince of Darkness Volume 4. We're deciding if we're gonna move forward with that or not. Me and Devious One.
Okay.
Funk Beta just requested a verse and a hook for me, so I'm gonna be sprinkled on a lot of different projects. I'm gonna be working on my own in the background, and we're gonna give you some new music videos. And then we got the merch. So
Yes.
right now that's about it. We got some shows in September. I'm booked for Sinister Con, Sinister Creature
Oh,
Con in
nice.
Sacramento, the horror convention, And
Ah,
yeah, we got a couple of trips and we're gonna network. We're gonna spread our wings in this music game.
that sounds exciting.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
where do you see the genre horrorcore heading in the next few years, and what role do you want to play in this evolution?
I hope it's in the forefront. I hope we hear more horrorcore music and horror films. I
Yeah,
hope we get more horrorcore artists in horror
right.
films, just because I feel like the worlds make so much sense to blend, to mix.
Yeah.
Um, and just for the genre to be respected, a lot of people think it's silly. A lot of people think it's like the clown
Mm,
makeup. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't respect it as a serious genre anymore because
wow.
it's so many people doing it, and then nobody. And I wouldn't say nobody, but there's so many there's so many people doing it. It's kind of watered down. Some people aren't up to the standard, but they
Okay.
have the heart, they have the passion, and they're a part of the community. So a lot of the horrorcore fans are horrorcore artists,
Yeah.
and that's not necessarily a problem. But we want the standard to be obvious, and we want people to respect the art we're putting out, and it
Yeah.
not to be just some people in the corner practicing some crazy shit. We want people to see the talent and the skill level involved with this shit too.
Mm, that's cool. Yeah, definitely. So, how can fans and the audience, support you and this underground movement?
Buying tickets to shows, that's the biggest thing.
Right.
A lot of people say like stream my shit. You can stream it, that's extra, but they pay us pennies on the dollar for that. But
Right.
the biggest thing is being able to get people from inside their homes, outside their homes to the venue. So come support,
Mm,
buy tickets, buy a drink, buy a shirt, buy some food, take
okay.
some pictures, meet and greets. Just be authentic, man. If you like something, support it. If you like a basketball team, you go pay tickets to see them
Yeah.
play.
Right.
If you like boxing, you pay for the pay-per-view to what I'm saying, to watch the
Yeah.
boxing or whatever it is. So just support the music like you support anything else, and we're gonna be all right.
Okay. Well,
Yep,
you
yep.
heard it here. So let's go ahead and go with a fun bonus round here. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
My wife loves it. I think it's okay. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's the greatest. But I definitely know some people who were like, "No, that's disgusting. I will never eat that." It tastes fine, especially if it's Canadian bacon. I like white sauce, Canadian bacon, and pineapple, Hawaiian pizza, basically. You know,
Okay.
I
Okay.
really don't like the red sauce with pepperoni and sausage, and then pineapples on that. I don't really like that. But it's not gonna kill you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, it's alright.
That's that's true. Okay. Um, horror movies in the daytime.
Yeah, they're cool, I guess. If I do watch any, most of the time with my wife, it's in the daytime because she's so damn scared, have nightmares and stuff like that. So, but I prefer to actually be scared. I want it to be nighttime, lights off, pitch
Oh.
black, surround sound on, and a couple snacks.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
um. All right. Going mainstream if it's the right deal.
Yeah, for sure. As long as I
Okay.
can still speak the way I want to speak. Mainstream is just more exposure. Mainstream is just
Yeah.
TV and radio. Mainstream is just an edited version on the radio, I guess. But I'm gonna still have the
Right.
album version, the dirty version they would call it.
Right.
Um, and it would be dope to have horrorcore as a mainstream thing and be able to do it my way still. But like you said, if the right deal comes around and they're not trying to like tell me what I can say and what I can't say type shit. That's my only thing.
Okay. Um. Tattoos that make your grandma mad.
Uh, I don't know. What you mean? I'm supposed to name some or like
I mean,
my
yeah.
tattoos? I mean, my family don't really be tripping. My family is full of gangsters, so we don't really be tripping on. My brother does tattoos, so tattoos in my family don't really piss nobody off. We good. But if we got them early, if we got them underage, or if
Yeah.
we didn't wait to do it, then definitely my mother would got pissed. But I waited till I was 18. I got my tattoos, and we're good.
Mm.
But
Like
anything.
any
Go ahead.
design. I'm sorry, because any design though that that
That
probably was kind of dicey.
I mean, my family wasn't worried about no tattoos. They was worried about the shit we was actually doing. So,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like tattoos is a form of art and expression. So we're good on that. But the gang banging and the street shit was
Yeah.
definitely dicey when it came to, what I'm saying? Like that's the shit
Yeah.
that they cared about. That's the shit that they was trying to steer me away from. Even though I said my family's full of gangsters, we definitely trying to elevate and be better than the last generation. So I'm just trying to do that. Be a positive member of society. And
Right.
it is what it is. The tattoos come with it, the scars come with it, the trauma comes with it. We're trying to be bigger and better though.
Right. Right. Okay. Um, collabing with an AI rapper.
Hell no. Unless it's like a deceased AI rapper, and that's the only way you can kind of get the collab. Because there are some dream collabs that I really wanted to do, but even
Okay.
then, I wouldn't want to do an AI version. I would want to like DMX. If I could find like an
Yeah.
unreleased DMX verse, I would throw a verse on there and collab that way. That would
Mm,
feel more respectful versus just typing in DMX verse inside of AI. I think it's a respect thing.
yeah.
But it could be fun. It doesn't have to be super serious. Like Eminem, he's alive still, but what are the odds that you're gonna get an Eminem verse? So
Right.
it's like you can have fun with stuff like that. But as for the respect of the game and the respect for the artist, I'd rather not. And I know that sometimes they have these whole personas created with an AR artist, like they're either
Right.
robots or cartoons or whatever. So that's cool for whoever likes that. But I'm not wasting no brain cells on that. I feel like that's too fantasy for me. That's too artificial. I want to hear something with soul. I want something that has some
Mm,
human experience.
yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. Okay. Autotune on a horrorcore hook.
I hate auto tune. I don't know if you know that or not. Most people don't use it correctly. Most people don't use it to make it sound good. They just saying what they say and throw some auto tune on it. It's real popular. I personally don't like it. If somebody's good at it, I'll fuck with it. Like T Pain's good at auto tune.
Right.
O3 Greedo has a couple auto tune shits that I like. But for the most part, if it's gonna be some auto tune, it won't be me doing the auto tune. It'll be somebody else that I think is actually good at it and dope with it. Lil Swades from North Sac, he's
Mm,
dope. He used a little bit of auto tune. He's dope with it though. But just in general, I feel like people use it as a crutch, and I don't respect it when it's used as a crutch.
yeah. I like that answer because I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in horrorcore, I don't even know if that's gonna work. Somebody got to make it work, but it got to be dope though. If it's dope,
Yeah.
it's whatever. I'll shut up. But if it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks, I'm not fucking with it.
Okay. Um, spiritual healing and crystals.
Hmm. Just my thoughts on those topics.
Yeah.
Spiritual healing, I feel like it's important. A lot of people don't get to grow up and mature and
Mhm,
find their spiritual healing. So I think it's a blessing if you do, or if you're brought up with it.
mhm.
Crystals, I think they look pretty. I'm not really into the crystal things, but I know some people who are.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they look dope as like art, little necklaces, bracelets, stuff like
Mhm.
that. But I'm not collecting no
Okay.
rocks and praying to the rocks. But and I understand it, but it's that's
Hey.
just not my thing.
Mosh pits at live shows.
Shit, man. I'm a gangster first, but I'm also a pretty boy. I like my sneakers to stay clean. I don't
Okay.
want nobody. I don't want nobody pulling my dreads. So hopefully I could just be the leader of the mosh pit and make them go crazy. But I definitely think that's a part of live shows and like the juggalos and the gathering and just hype. I like it to see it, but I'm not trying to do that shit. Man, they be going crazy. They be kicking people, punching people. Like I just don't get down like that. You're not finna slap the shit out of me and we just keep dancing. It's not gonna happen. So you know, mosh safely. I guess I don't know how they do it. They be in there body slamming each other and they have fun. So if it's for you, go crazy, have fun. Feel free to start a mosh at one of my shows. Just don't throw me in it. You know, I gotta stay pretty. You feel me?
Okay. Recording in total darkness.
Uh, I've done that a couple times. I like it. I like to be able to zone out. It's kind of hard because I read off the paper.
Oh.
But there's like a couple parts where I memorized it, or I'm just saying a hook or doing my ad libs, and in the
Uh-huh.
studio I'll turn the lights, I'll dim the lights, or turn them all the way down. Sometimes I just needs to be nighttime inside my brain. Sometimes the songs are painting the picture, painting the scene for nighttime. And
Mm.
if it's super bright in your face, it's kind of hard to get in that mind frame. So
Yeah,
turning off the lights or dimming the lights definitely helps. This is like watching the horror movie in the daytime versus with the lights off.
yeah.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
I find it quite interesting because a lot of times I like to be in the dark. That's a good question. I don't
Hey,
know.
you get better sleep. It just
Right,
depends. You
right.
need your sunlight, you need your fresh air, but also you need to be able to relax, unwind, and just
Yeah.
rest.
Um, okay. Brother Lynch or X Rated? Who has the biggest influence?
Lynch.
Okay.
And putting them together, their family. Those are my
Yeah.
uncles. So I love and respect them both. But X was locked up a lot of my childhood, a lot of my life. So I wasn't as close or didn't listen to as much X-rated as I did Lynch because I seen him more. His stuff got released more professionally because he was a free person, a free artist. So I've definitely go with Lynch with the influence. But
Mm.
there X-rated is right behind. X-rated. I've remixed X-rated songs. I've remixed Lynch songs. So to me, they're all up there together.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Um, okay. Studio session or live show? What's the vibe?
Uh, where are we at? Where's the location? Are we at home? Are we in Sac?
Yeah.
If we're in Sac, then studio session. I performed a lot in Sac. I'd rather go cook some new shit up for the people. But if we're somewhere else, live show because these are new people. It's a
Gotcha.
new venue. I like to do new things and see new things.
Okay. Okay. And if you weren't doing or making music, what would you be doing?
To be 100% honest, I'd probably be dead. I'd probably be in jail. I'd probably be on some
Mm.
street shit. I'd probably be fucked up. The music, video games, my wife, and the Lord has helped me a lot. But if I took music out of my life, I don't think I could live without it. I think that I
Mm.
would go crazy. I think that
Mm.
I wouldn't be sane. And that's just how the music has saved me in a way. Even just
Right.
music in general, we need certain outlets, we need certain healing. And when I didn't
Mm.
have anything or if I didn't have anybody, um, or if I just wanted to be alone, I always have music. So
Mm.
I don't think me without music, I don't think that's a positive ending. Not to
Mm.
be like negative, but I,
Right.
I
Right.
think
Right.
I need it. I think it's necessary for me.
Right. So, one album, right, of yours that fans shouldn't sleep on.
One, they shouldn't sleep on all of them. What? They shouldn't sleep on none of them. What the
Right.
fuck? They need to go check them all out. But I would say Hell's Angel. It's my first one. I feel like it's the
Okay.
deepest, the darkest, and I feel like if you were missing that, Brother Lynch, if you were missing that old school X, if you were missing that Sacramento gangster shit, if you start there, you'll definitely fall in love again with the music, and it'll bring you back. It's nostalgic, but it's
Mm.
fresh. It's dope, but it's dark. And it's the sickness, and it's me. So don't
Yeah.
sleep on it. Hell's Angel, Lil Sicx.
Okay. Hey, Queen, Vegan Queen Cherie, how you doing, ma'am?
Hello, hello. That's the fam.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're having so much fun with these round, like bonus round
Yeah,
fun
yeah. I like your
questions.
questions. They're definitely interesting. And I do a lot of interviews, so I always
Yeah,
appreciate it when the interview is fun, a little bit different. We can mix it up.
I
So thank you
appreciate
for being a
too.
good host.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And what's okay? One last question. Last song that made you cry.
That's a tough one. Not too many songs make me cry, but maybe like a Christian song, a church song.
Okay.
Um I can't remember the exact name of it, but I listen to a lot of K Love. I listen to a lot of Christian music as well. And those songs, when played at the right time, they keep me going. And I've cried happy tears and I've cried sad tears. So I can't give you a title or a specific artist, but um, you know, I've definitely listened to some songs that have made me cry. Lil Wayne, I Miss My Dogs,
Mm,
DMX, Slippin', Beanie
yeah.
Siegel, Feeling in the Air. Just those deep records.
Yeah.
That make you
Mm,
feel something, that make you miss somebody. R.
that's
Kelly, I Wish. A lot of people don't
yeah.
listen to R. Kelly anymore, but like I Wish was one of those ones that I've definitely cried to R. Kelly. I wish, but yeah,
Mm, yeah.
yep,
Luther
yep,
Vandross.
yeah. See, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people cry to Luther.
Oh, yeah. I do.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
yeah, that's a dope question though.
thank you. And what advice would you give to the young artists or just artists in general trying to, come up in this whole music industry?
Stay busy. Don't take things personal. Be prepared to pay. Do your research. Don't sign anything without running it through some, use AI for those type of things. Does this look good? Run that shit through some chat GPT. And if AI says it's trash, it probably is. Because AI
Oh,
nowadays, it'll let you know if something's good or bad. But
oh yeah.
just be
Yeah.
on point and don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. This shit will drive you crazy if you want things to work at a certain time and they don't, just don't lose yourself and give yourself some time and just do your best. Stay dope.
Okay, that sounds great. And anywhere else that you want people to hit you up on besides the IG and the Diamond Life Music Group?
Shit, that's pretty much it. And if you see me outside, hit me up outside. Say hello. I'm polite. I shake hands. I take pictures. I sign autographs. And I'm always got some merch or some CDs to sell. So if you see me outside, say what's up. If I'm out of town or in town, it's all love. Stay blessed.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, sir. And oh, one more question. How was your experience with Anthony 360?
With what? Oh, you're this
With,
place? It
yes.
was really good. I felt like you were waiting on me for the forum. I was taking a little bit long, but I appreciate your patience. I feel like you guys are professional. I like that your stream goes on everything at once. Um, I don't know. I just I like the flow. I like the vibe. I like the energy, and I appreciate the companionship with people actually supporting. I know we have similar like mutual friends, and they see me doing this interview with you, and they're definitely gonna support a little bit extra louder. So I think that's dope. And then my people will come in support, and hopefully we can exchange
Yeah.
followers. That's the goal. That's the point, to promote, to
Yes.
expand, to network, to collab. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. And this is our first and won't be our last. And I can't wait for our next episode because I
Yeah, yeah.
wanted to learn more about your new events, that's your upcoming events, so we can talk about that.
No
Um,
problem.
okay, so with that being said, please make sure to check out Put the Guns Down, a World Epidemic, executive
Hmm.
producer Ice T, and director Terry C. Carney Sr., and you can check that out. And also, please, let's continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Monster Yo, Prentice Banks, Jay Byrne, and all our brothers and sisters that are in need of our support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between NNO 360 and Lil Sicx. Six.
Yeah, yeah.
So much, sir. Appreciate you. Much love. Mwah.
It's love. Thank you for having me. Peace out, peoples.
Thank you. And don't forget to tap in and watch the new film documentary. It's really a movement called Put the Guns Down, a World Epidemic, produced by Ice-T and directed by Terry C. Carney Sr., director of the film documentary Put the Guns Down, a World Epidemic. And if you guys haven't tapped in yet, please, please, please be sure to go on Apple TV, Prime Video, Google TV. Make sure that you check out the film, okay? Put the Guns Down, an world epidemic. And we need to work together for this movement. So I'll see you tonight. Annette, warm-hearted warrior diva, at In the Know 360. Love you guys. Mwah.